Good morning and welcome to this session of business research methods. We are in module 3, and in module 3 we have seen observational research. Today we will go to focus group interview. I will just jog your memory. Just recollect descriptive research methods. Under descriptive research methods we have quantitative research, qualitative research. Under quantitative research, we had seen what is primary data collection through a survey method, what is primary data collection through a observational method. We had seen what are the various kinds of primary data collection, what are the various modes in which you can collect primary data, what are the advantages and disadvantages. Then we had seen classification of observational research, advantages, disadvantages. Today we will go on to qualitative research method. Qualitative research method is, as the name itself says, we are not converting anything into numericals. We are not going to have a Likert scale which says 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We are going to do an interview, a focus group, and certain projective techniques. Okay. First, let us understand focus group. What is focus group? A focus group is a qualitative method of conducting a research. It comes under the descriptive research. What is descriptive research? To find out what, who, how, where, when about a particular phenomena. Now let us go on to this focus group. Focus group is a market research method that brings together 6 to 10 people in a room to provide their feedback, perception on a product, service, concept, marketing campaign, and even psychological perspectives. It's a social science research method, right? Which is also done in business scenarios. Then what happens in this research? A trained moderator conducts the focus group. It can vary from 30 minutes to about 1.5 hours, 2 hours. The moderator arrives with a list of 10 to 12 questions. This need not be 10 to 12, it can be even more. And it is shared with the group. The moderator's goal is to hear from everyone in the group and to encourage them to tell whatever they feel like saying. What is the role of moderator? To ask the questions, to make the people talk without inhibitions, and to record it. Okay, and then the research panel will listen to this and decode. Decode means whatever they have orally told, it will be subject to certain analysis. Okay, like how you understand numbers, they understand the for what questions are being put, research objectives, they will find out, elicit the answers for it, and they will say these are the solutions that we have to do for this particular problem. So this is a focus group. Then we'll say what are the various steps in focus group. So first identify the purpose, your objectives. Okay, what is this research at the end of this 90 minutes? What is it that we have to elicit from the participants? That is the first step. Develop open-ended question. Here he has said 5 or 6, there he has said 10 or 12, depends on the subject. Recruit participants and confirm participants. Depending on who your researchers are, who your respondents are, you recruit them. Recruit means you bring them to the place where you are going to conduct the focus group. Determine the plan and logistics for conducting. Venue should be arranged, what questions should be asked should be arranged, how we have to take whether we have to take a signature from the participants saying that we will be using this data for such and such a purpose. Some disclosures. We won't be using these data for commercial purpose. Like that, disclosures they have to sign. Is it required or not? Which is the time, location, okay, and who are the people who are going to conduct this focus group, moderators, and how the analysis will be done, whether it will be done by the moderators or whether there will be another outsourcing person who will go through this entire focus group and jot down all the points and come out with answers. So these are the steps. Now what we will be doing is, there is a wonderful case study. So I am going to go through this case study with you all to see how this research focus group is used and what is qualitative research and how this qualitative research is so apt, and only this focus group research method is the best for this kind of research. So the title for the research is Using Focus Group to Perform a Need Assessment. They are conducting a need assessment. Okay. Who will be the respondents? The ones who are caregivers for people with psychotic disorder. Okay, you have a person with psychotic disorder, mentally challenged person, or you have somebody who is bipolar disorder. There are so many psychotic disorders. So people who are caregivers, supposing there is a father, mother, brother, sister, grandmother, grandfather in the house and there is one child, there will be a particular person who is a caregiver, okay, or there will be a nurse who is doing the caregiving. So they want to do a research amongst the caregivers and find out what is it that they need. Do they have issues in handling these people? How they should give care? Because the caregivers need not be educated in neurosciences, need not be educated in dealing with psychiatric patients. So this research is typically conducted to find out, based on what they have found out, then they will have a training program for all those caregivers, so that people are given appropriate, the patients are given appropriate care. This study is conducted by Harvard Education, and there is a supporting organization, and we'll give the credentials to the authors by the end of this session. They have done an excellent job of conducting a focus group and eliciting required answers. And thanks for posting it free so that we can use it for classes. The authors, these are the credentials: Christina Booth, Hila Bernstein, and Jesse Ripton. So there is a subcommittee of Harvard Catalyst Regulation Foundation Ethics and Law Program. So under this, they have done this research. So this is a focus group, and we are using it for a market research, for business research, and how a focus group is required or used to elicit answers for qualitative data. Right. So what happened in this research? The researcher is interested in learning about the need of the families who provide support to the patients with mental illness. What are the illness that they have said? Psychosis, schizophrenia, bipolar disease. Clear? The research proposes convening several small groups of 4 or 5 people with different families to discuss. Supposing your statistic says there are 30 families, okay, with people of mental illness. So they have not, they are going to have several small groups from different families. Okay, 30 means not all 30 together. So they will take one person who is a caregiver, and so there will be 30 caregivers. They will make them into groups of 5 or 6, and then they will conduct the focus group. This is the planning. Okay, so they are as you would have seen in the what is focus group, also in the definition also it is there. These figures 5 or 6, these are not ad hoc. Over the period of time they have known that this is the appropriate numbers to collect data from, and that is when it will be fruitful. The research will become fruitful. So what are they going to do? What type of vigilance in a day-to-day activity caregivers do? Okay, what type of vigilance is needed for the caregiver? How they should care for the mentally ill people? How to detect worsening symptoms? Okay, this is very important. So a normal person who's a mother or cousin or brother or sister, grandmother will not know psychological aspects. So they will hear from them and then they will train them. How they will know that the situation is worsening. Why this is very important? If the situation worsens, then the patient should be given medicines, their dosage should be heightened, right? Otherwise they might become dangerous. Either they'll harm themselves or they will harm the caregiver because they are mentally not stable. What information or education is needed to assist early symptoms management, right? So let us see how they will be planning stage. A clinical staff with experienced counseling caregiver and the family of psychiatric patient will facilitate the focus group with the aid of a junior research and a medical student. Clear? Group will meet for 1.5 to 2 hours. Remember, even in the focus group definition, it is said generally it is for 30 to 90 minutes. They have planned it exactly for the same 1.5 to 2 hours. Facilitator will use several open-ended questions to guide the flow of conversation. Please take note of these things very, very carefully. Open-ended questions, close-ended question. In a survey method, you will hardly have any open-ended questions. Maybe at the end they will have one open-ended question, your comments. Otherwise, all the questions will be closed-ended questions with various scales. Continuous scale, that we will discuss when we are doing scaling technique. But clearly, open-ended question is used for focus group, expert panel, interviews. Clear? So again, research methodology is not theory. It is stringent practice. Clear? In market research companies, they practice it to the T. Otherwise, you will not get results. And this is the proof. Whatever we had first slides, we have read about the theory, how they are actually doing it, putting it into action, and how they are actually conducting the research, you would see that there is a similarity. They are following everything that is there mentioned in the theory. The next aspect. During the consent process and prior to the beginning of the discussion, participants will be instructed to use appropriate etiquette. Okay? So when they should talk, when they should keep quiet, how they should react to another caregiver, if they start crying, what they should do. All these things they will give an instruction. No guarantee of privacy. They are saying that we will publish this, but we won't give individual names, but we will publish this paper. There is no funding for this research, so that the participants should know. Otherwise, they will, this is like a part of disclosure. They need to know about it because they are supposed to give all the information about the program, focus group. The researcher intends to publish this study in a peer reviewed journal. That also they have mentioned to the planning stage. Okay, how they should disclose all the relevant aspects to the people who are taking part in the focus group. Next stage, how to recruit participants. Who are the persons who will be participating in this focus group? People who are caregivers for mentally challenged people. So what is the planning? What are the qualifications, training for the facilitator? Facilitator is the person who will actually be doing the focus group interview. What kind of a person should he be? So that is the first point in the planning stage. What is the sample size? Okay, supposing there are 30, should all the 30 houses be individuals from 30 houses be called, or is it okay when if we have 2 or 3 focus group with 5 people, 10 or 10 if we cover 10 people? That is 1/3 the population we are covering. The total population here is 30, of which 10 if we 2 focus groups if we conduct morning one, evening one, we'll be covering 5 plus 5, 10 people, which means 1/3 of the population we have already covered. Is it sufficient as a sample? Like that. They are doing a sampling sufficiency they are thinking about. What are the mandatory reporting requirements disclosed to study participants? What questions will be asked? How will the group conversation be managed? If only one person is talking, the others are not talking, how we are supposed to make them talk? All these things they are thinking. Next is right method of getting the information. How will you assist people confidentially in the group? They'll be shy of talking, so how you will get them to talk? What steps will be taken for the members becoming agitated? Supposing they start getting angry, supposing they start crying, there is a nurse who is going to the house. All these are very important aspects. The third point is a legal point. What if the participants report elderly abuse, assault, child abuse? In US, UK, this can be, European countries, this immediately they can be put to jail and the child will be taken and they'll be given to foster care. So if there is a report like that, supposing there is this caregiver is a nurse. She is visiting the house 3 hours in the morning, or she is staying there for 3 hours in the morning, 3 hours in the night. There are 2 nurses. They are being questioned. Supposing they say this child is being abused because it is very hyperactive. They put a chain and keep. Supposing in the focus group they come to know about it, what should they do? After coming to know about a child abuse, if they don't report, gone. They will be taken into task. On the other hand, they can't do anything because their scope is not about child abuse. Their scope is about. So what should they do with this information? Very important aspect. In interviews, in focus group, all these things are very, very important to deal with. Right. So you should have a strategy or plan. What will happen if participants share information about a family member who has not consented to this research study? Supposing they are talking about a family member, father of the child, who is abusive. Supposing the father puts a case on the nurse. You understood? So these are the how should we deal as a person who is conducting this focus group. How should we deal with this information? There's nothing right or wrong about getting the information, but after getting it, how should you deal with it? On one hand, after getting the information, if there is an abuse, you cannot be without reporting it. If you report it, you might get into legal aspects, right? So these are certain things that you have to plan. Should the family member be told about the subject's participant in the research? All these are planning, how they should be prepared. So this is how they have, what do I say, planned for this research. If you want to go about reading this research, it's available free, and please go and read it so that you will know how research is conducted. Okay, if you go through these questions, they also have planned the venue, everything, right? So you can go through this research study, design, consent, all these things, how you will know how practically a focus group interview should be planned and executed. Clear? Fine. So next we will go on to what is the pros and cons, advantages and disadvantages of focus group interview. So look at this focus group interview. Rich source of data, allows to use ideas of others. Participants can compare their experience with one another, right? In this case, they can compare. Each caregiver can give their own experiences. Able to reach many participants at once. Totally, there are only 30 people, of which I am going to speak to 10, which is a very good sample size, 1/3. Data can be tough, and analysis, because you have to, it is not a score 1, 2, 3, 4, it is feelings, emotions. So you should know how to take this data and convert it into actionable points. Moderator need to be highly trained. Okay, one strong group can sway. This is very true. One strong group can take, supposing there are two groups, one group can be very, very vociferous, very, very vocal, okay, and they will kind of, their views will be considered more than the ones who are not participating. So that is a disadvantage. The ones who are not participating, there is no scope for them. Only the ones who are talking very nicely, their points of view will be considered. So we have finished with focus group interview, which is a type of descriptive descriptive research, qualitative method of research, and it is done through focus group. How qualitative information is collected from the researchers and the participants. So the researcher over here is the moderator, and how the data will be taken and crunched and how it will be, actionable points will be taken, is the research design. Thank you very much, and we will meet with the next class with personal interview, and followed after that we will do projective technique. Thank you very much.